I'm on my way to Antigua. For those who don't know me, my name is Martin and this is my Jambo, a Bavaria 34. I've arrived about 12 days ago in the Caribbean Sea at Guadeloupe after a successful crossing of the Atlantic Ocean, single-handed. Yeah, over the last 12 days I had a look at Guadeloupe. It has been very nice. And this morning with sunrise I heaved the anchor and set the course towards Antigua. My destination today is English Harbour, and then I will spend about 2 weeks, probably a little bit more, cruising around Antigua and Barbuda before I carry on to the north to Sint Maarten. Yeah, the weather today, overcast. We could do with a little bit more sun. Yeah, the wind about around 20 knots. If it stays that strong, then obviously I have to reduce the sails and take them both a little bit in. Apart from that, everything fine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Antigua and the English Harbour. Antigua ahead, approximately 7.5 nautical miles to the entrance of the English Harbour.
There's no escaping, you've been found.
Let's see what they are doing. Heading directly in my direction.
There's no escaping, you've been found. We played your last card, you're going down, going down. And the years that you've stolen, I'm taking back. I'm spending all my time breaking chains, breaking lies that have weighed me down. Oh, I know I'm not out of the woods yet, but I'm pushing in and out ahead, and it feels good. Oh, the years that you've stolen, I'm taking back. I'm spending all my time breaking chains, breaking lies.
That looks quite busy. Over there might be some space. Wow, that looks quite nice. There must be Nelson's dockyard. 43 nautical miles down here. Yeah, it has been quite windy, very changeable between 15 knots and 27 knots, so I was reducing the sails and setting the sails, so it was quite busy. Very interesting to see that large sailing yacht which passed us or took over. No, very nice. And now I dropped the anchor here in the Freeman Bay of the English Harbour on Antigua at 2.8 meters and put about 12 meters chain out. Not too much because I'm very close to the other boat, so if I put too much chain out, then obviously the boat would move much too far and there might be the risk hitting other boats. Yeah, I already did customs clearance. It was a quite complicated process, but it worked out well. What they didn't like was that I forgot to clear out on Guadeloupe. But we managed that situation, so she was quite upset, the lady, the officer, that I couldn't present the right document, so I had to write a letter to the customs office on Guadeloupe explaining that I left Guadeloupe and what's the reason why I didn't do customs clearance when I left the country, etc, etc. And then they sent that letter to the customs office on Guadeloupe. Yeah, okay, my mistake. But I think it was the only mistake I've done so far. Apart from that, everything is pretty cool here, looks quite nice. I'm looking forward spending a few days here in the English Harbour, and then I cruise around going up to Barbuda, and then I have to do customs clearance prior to leaving as well. So that's very important, so I couldn't do both things at the same time here. But there are a few offices around the island, so it shouldn't be a problem. And now the well-deserved anchor beer. I think it's especially deserved for the customs clearance process here, which is a little bit complex, but well organized. You go from here to there, then back here and there. Anyway, it was okay and not too expensive, $39 US. Cheers! Good morning! Yeah, beautiful morning actually here in the Freeman Bay. So nice scenery behind me. The night was very good, so I kept in good distance to all the other boats, and yeah, all good. So I'm getting ready now to drive over, find out facilities and check it all out. I'm now in Nelson's dockyard. A lot of history around here. Yeah, let's have a look. Very nice. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm still in the Freeman Bay. Yeah, now more or less exactly 1 week. Time is flying by very fast, but I got a few things done. I got the sail repaired, which is very good. It was more expensive than I thought. I paid $180 US for that small repair, getting the ring done. Last time in Germany I paid 50 euros. I expected twice the price, but that it would be 3 times. I haven't expected that, but anyway. Yeah, it's very warm. There's not much wind at the moment. Last week we had 5 to 6 before, even here in the bay. We had some gusts coming in, and it was probably a little bit more convenient. But I use the afternoons to jump into the water, cool down a little bit. So fairly relaxed. Yeah, but I also got a few things done here on board, so I had to repair the electrical toilet. That had a breakdown. There was one valve not working. I could bypass that, and now it's okay, but that took the whole afternoon. Obviously I worked on some films as well, got them uploaded. And tomorrow I'm getting the divers here to Jambo, because they are going to clean the underwater ship, the hull. Initially I wanted to take the ship out, clean it myself and get it back into the water after a couple of days. I think that would have cost much more than they are charging me. They take $4 US per foot. Yeah, I'm going to depart on Tuesday morning, so after the cleaning of the boat on Monday. I might take a bus to St. John's, having a look at that city, and then yeah, probably Tuesday morning heaving up the anchor and sailing around Antigua. So I want to go to Barbuda as well, and eventually Nevis haven't decided that finally. Yeah, but all good now. Probably drive over to the landmark over there, take some pictures, probably go to the beach. Haven't decided finally. So yesterday I had the divers here. They came with 2 people and they cleaned all the underwater ship, the hull, and did a really fantastic job. I'm very impressed. It's a small company here, Schoolboy, a little bit strange the name. They can be found at the Nelson's dockyard. Yeah, there's a lot of noise here because there are Atlantic rowers coming in, so one little boat has arrived just now, and when that happens then everybody is making nice sound and sounding the horn, and it's an interesting event. It's quite a good spot here. I mean, there are so many things going on here. It's really good. So they cleaned the underwater ship and then they also changed the anode, and now everything is fine. I don't need to lift the boat, don't need to take it out of the water. Yeah, today I would like to take the bus to St. John. I wanted to do that yesterday, but yesterday everything has become a little bit too late. So I will do that today if the bus goes. I tried on Saturday and then the bus didn't go. So, but I'm quite optimistic. So yeah, I'm now driving to St. John. With a population of around 22,000, St. John's is the largest city, and at the same time the capital of the island state of Antigua and Barbuda. The city is also the commercial center of the state, as well as the main port of Antigua. Main exports are sugar, rum and cotton. Tourism plays a huge role, and the island is a popular destination for cruising ships. Here's the Hemingways. I think we'll have a bite here. I'm now sitting in the Hemingways, a very nice cafe here, very famous. Yeah, having a beer. Cheers. Good morning, it's Wednesday. Yeah, I'm almost 10 days here. Some rowers arrived this morning here as well. It's always very exciting. So I'm getting ready now. I drive over with the dinghy to Nelson's dockyard to upload the SIM card with fresh data. So to get my 10 gigabytes again, it's almost done. And then I drive over to a supermarket which is at the end of the bay of the English harbour. They have their own little pier. So I buy a few things, food and water, and then I will heave the anchor, and if there's space at the fuel station I stop there and take some water on board. I probably need approximately 80 liters or something like that. Yeah, and then I'm heading towards Green Island, which is here at the east coast of Antigua, but not sure if we get a place there. But if there's space and that we can drop the anchor there, then we do that. Yeah, but first of all, getting over to Nelson's dockyard. Here on the left side is a dinghy ponton. A great event here. Solo rowing. Wow.
Tanny here from the Antigua and Barbuda government has a gift for you. So give it up for
This is a diving center. So folks, this is Kwame. He's
divers.
his company or his divers did that fantastic job. Really appreciate that a lot. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. We appreciate it. Appreciate giving us the job too.
Yeah, absolutely. I can highly recommend it.
All the time.
The Crab Hole Supermarket. Deschamps.
How are you doing, man?
I'm fine. Need 10 gigs again.
Again.
Yeah, he's a nice guy uploading always my iPhone and putting the gigs on here. The data. Thanks a lot.
Hey, no problem, man.
You have to drive completely through the English Harbour to get to the dinghy ponton of the supermarket. Here is a dinghy ponton. And over there is the supermarket. Here's a fuel station and also can stock water. Bye bye English Harbour. Very nice stop. We are on the sails now. Left the English Harbour. Yeah, it's raining again. It's getting a little bit lighter over there. I see a few sunny spells. Yeah, let's see. All good.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
Just drove the first tag. We are now on course north. Yeah, I had to go to the bow and tighten up the anchor again. That got a little bit loose, and then also the dinghy was loosened. So it was all not done as good as needed. I think I stayed too long in the Freeman Bay. Getting a little bit negligent. So at least it doesn't rain at the moment. That's the good news. It looks a bit brighter to the south, but that's not our course. We are going to the north. And there looks grey and dark and overcast, cloudy. Yeah, but let's see. Let's hope the best for the day. If I had known that we have that weather, I might have stayed even a day longer in the Freeman Bay. But anyway, all good so far.
When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very
Green Island about 1 mile ahead. Yeah, a lot of swell here, 1 meter, 1.5. It's getting shallow there, so let's see how we get in.
you gotta raise a little hell, and I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Yeah, I've made it. I'm now here at Green Island in a little bay. Dropped the anchor in a depth of 10 meters. So I was driving a little bit around to check the depth there. So this side is completely full of coral reefs, and they are not on the chart here. So those are the limitations of those charts. But I know that, and they are pretty visible because they have a different color. So I need to be very careful here, but I think it will work out. Probably I stay 1 night or 2, I don't know exactly. Probably 1 night, go to the next bay, so everything is nearby here. So we'll see. But first of all, the well-deserved Inca beer. Cheers! Peaceful evening, sun is coming out. Everything is fine. Good morning. Actually, it's a wonderful morning here at Green Island. I know I'm glad that I left the Freeman Bay yesterday and be here now. I'm already getting the dinghy ready, then we'll drive over to the beach. I already had a look in the cruising guide, so we are in this little bay here, and I've chosen Browns Bay, which is 15 minutes drive on the engine. So there's a restaurant here that looks pretty nice, and also there is a beach in Anchorage in Browns Bay, or at Browns Bay, so very nice. So how does it look in the chart here? Because afterwards I eventually want to go out here. So there's an access channel here which can be used to get to the open water, but I would suggest we have a look on the Navionics app first. So we are here in this little bay, so that's a track of the night, so it has been a very quiet night, very good. And then what we also see here is this little dotted line, which means obstruction, so there is something. And also here's a big ones, those are the coral reefs. Nice to see, but what I experienced yesterday was that the chart is not 100% correct. So what I did, drove a little bit around to find a good place to drop the anchor, and then I realized here in this area where the zigzag is, there was already the coral reef, so it was a little bit more to the southwest than expected. So we are going to Browns Bay in the afternoon or at lunchtime. That looks pretty good here. So 3 meters, here's a 5 meter depth line here, and probably we can drop the anchor here. Here's a nice restaurant, the Harmony Hall. And then to get out, we have seen there's a channel up here, but also we get some information here that the charts are incorrect, and this says electronic charts are significantly inaccurate in this channel. Navigation should be visual and done in good sunlight. So for me as solo sailor, I cannot be at the same moment in time at the helm and at the bow to do the eyeball navigation. So what we will do is from Browns Bay, going back the same way to the open water, and then going up from here further north. So we need to see. But first of all, I'm enjoying this wonderful morning with the first cup of coffee. Beautiful. So I drove over here with a dinghy to this nice beach of Green Island. So the island itself is leased by a charter company, so it's in private use, but we are allowed here to be on the beach and swim and enjoy their life. It's really fantastic, wonderful, really a dream. Great place here. I drove with the dinghy here to the other side of the bay, and oh, this is a nice villa as well. Middle Reef Yacht Club. Very nice name for the boat. So that must be Brown Bay over there. Yeah, looks quite nice, the Brown Bay. But unfortunately the Harmony hole is closed. Yeah, no problem. Quite nice, all the villas there. Great. Now I'm snorkeling a little bit. Yeah, nice snorkeling. Saw some fishes. Water is not crystal clear here in this bay, but okay. And then the nice beach over there. I think that's a Caribbean Sea, how I expected it, and it's really nice. Very enjoyable. So I'm very good with my dinghy. I'm very fast. It drives 9 to 10 knots, so I'm very fast from one bay to another, checking it out. So it wouldn't have made much sense to heave the anchor, change to Brown Bay, finding out the restaurant is closed. So I'm very comfortable here. The anchor is holding very well. It's a very nice scenery. I will cook something during the afternoon and probably go a little bit swimming, just enjoying myself here.
No more talking about it. The way it is, the way it is. It's no mystery. There's no getting around it. When you're here, we got chemistry. We light up when we ignite. We're stars in a darkened sky. When you leave, don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember me. When you leave, don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember me. Remember me.
Bye bye Green Island. Has been very nice. We are under sails. I heave the anchor manually, obviously. It's always a good exercise in the morning. So at the moment we are sailing the east side of Antigua. This is Nonsuch Bay, a very popular anchor spot, but as we have seen, a lot of reefs in front of that. Our today's destination is eventually Long Island, if there's space that we can drop the anchor there, but at least we drive into that northeastern area of the island. It's not easy to get in because similar situation as here, a lot of reefs before. There are eventually two passages. One is in the cruising guide, well described, and the other one is here on the chart. That one on the chart is a little bit earlier. So yeah, I need to see. Probably I give it a careful try at the earlier one, but it will be exciting getting into that area as well. This leads through the Islet channel. I saw the catamaran driving through. Reefs all over the place. Seems to work. Yeah, very exciting approach. It looks very beautiful, but it seems to work. I'm not there, but it looks like, what's that? terribly shallow here. I just had 2 meters, that means 2 widths of a hand. And there were some lighter shadows, so I prevented those. Oh my goodness, so that's a bay over there. I made it. Oh my goodness, the adrenaline level was extremely high when I've gone through the Great Islet channel, that's the name of that passage. So if I had not seen the catamaran going through that, I wouldn't have tried it. I would have gone to the north and going back in here. I think it saved me a couple of hours. And then it was very shallow, or is very shallow, between Long Island and the other little island, which is called Maiden Island. I had only 2 meters depth. Lucky us, we have a shallow keel, so our draft is 1.55 meters. Yeah, in the papers, but I guess in reality we might have 1.6. And if we are fully loaded here with people on board, it might have even a few centimeters more. I dropped the anchor here in the Jumby Bay at Long Island in a depth of 2.7 meters. 50-meter chain out. I mean, for us sailing in the IJsselmeer in the Netherlands, that's what we are used to, so it's not a problem. I also circled a little bit around, measuring the depth with the depth gauge to make sure if the wind is changing and we are drifting or swinging in other directions that we are okay. But the tendency is, I think a couple of 100 yards that direction, it's 3 meters plus. And then I can see the next reef over there where the waves are breaking. So there's the end. But all good. So according to the cruising guide, there's a restaurant as well, which is a little bit upper market, what they say. So, but if the dress code is accepted, so you need to dress up a little bit obviously, then they would appreciate if people from a yacht are coming as well. So I will try that in the evening. Usually I go for lunch, but today I postponed it to the evening. Yeah, now I'm going to enjoy this beautiful anchor stop in the Jumby Bay without any other yachts here. But anyway, and the well-deserved beer for the successful drop of the anchor. Cheers! Yeah, I've driven over here with the dinghy to this pier. But there was a guard and he informed me that this is all private. I have no access. I explained that I would like to want to go to the restaurant, and he said he's trying to get somebody over for an appointment. A bit strange, so let's see. Yeah, quite funny. The security guard came back and informed that the restaurant has no tables available. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that needs to be accepted. I mean, it's all privately owned here, which is fine. So I'm going to enjoy this beautiful bay and the afternoon here, and will definitely leave tomorrow towards Barbuda. I'm going to leave, so I'm heaving the anchor now. Get out here. I think it's a little bit easier to get out than it was yesterday getting in. Bye bye, Jumby Bay. Quite nice. There's a coral reef. I made it. I dropped the anchor at 4.7 meters, put 20-meter chain out. I had to re-anchor, so it was second time. I was a little bit too close to the other Bavaria over there. And now I'm almost in the middle between those two boats, the Bavaria and the one here with the yellow hull. All good. Yeah, it looks very nice over there at the beach. As far as I understand, it has been all destroyed by a hurricane, I think 2017. But it seems that there is a little bit rebuilt over there. Not quite sure if there's a restaurant. I hope so. I will find out. So those dark areas are all coral reefs. Nice white beach, beautiful, great. I was searching for a restaurant, but I couldn't find one, just a beach bar. So I'm driving back to Jambo. Good morning. Actually a beautiful morning here. Nice sunrise. So I'm going to heave the anchor after breakfast and go to Low Bay on the west side of the island. Let's have a look on the map and on the chart. We are here in Cocoa Bay, so we need to navigate through the reefs again. Be careful, then we go west, then north, and here's a passage into the reefs, and here in the northern part as well is a bar restaurant, and then there should be access between the open sea and this inner lagoon for dinghy. So what I would like to do is going via dinghy to Codrington, the capital of Barbuda, but that means we need to get either to here or probably eventually to here. On the chart it looks like this. So similarly as we have seen it before, so here are the reefs, all the dotted lines obviously are reefs, and we also know, so not quite sure how we get to the northern part here, at least it doesn't look feasible here on the chart. Yeah, but anyway, now probably that means this one here, yeah, probably we can get in here. I mean, those are the approaching lines which can be used. And also not all reefs are on the chart as we have seen yesterday. Yeah, let's see. Bye bye Cocoa Bay. We made it, we are out of the Cocoa Bay. It was fairly easy. So the darker areas are coral reefs, but very deep. I checked it with a forward scan, which is actually working much better than I thought in the beginning. So it's pretty good. So I'm gaining more trust in that, and we'll have it switched on when I'm approaching such bays with coral reefs and some shallow water. So it's quite a helpful tool. Very good. Low Bay ahead, and that should be Codrington. Now we are getting in, sailing as usually, but it looks alright. It's running well. It looks okay. I made it. I dropped the anchor at 4 meters depth, put 20-meter chain out. It's a checker at that position from last time, so it worked well. Beautiful landscape to the north, a very long wide beach, And here's a ruin of a hotel which has been destroyed by one of the hurricanes, Irma or one of the others. Yeah, it's a pity, but great view here, green water, really enjoyable. So what I will do is I will drive over with a dinghy to Codrington. I've made it. I'm now here in the little harbour of Codrington. Yeah, let's see if I can find something interesting. A lot is still destroyed by the hurricanes. Yeah, not much going on here. Just had great lunch in the small restaurant behind me. They had chicken. It was really great. It was an interesting visit here in Codrington. There's not much going on there. I've been very lucky getting lunch in this small local restaurant. It was quite good. And now I'm here at this fantastic beach. Here at Low Bay. Really great. No one else here apart from me. Really cool. Another beautiful morning as usually. It's about 8 o'clock. Sunrise is 6:10, something like that. So it's warm. So I'm ready to leave and heave the anchor. Bye bye Barbuda! There's a coral reef. And there's the other. Great sailing day. So wind 13 to 15 knots. We are half wind, slightly up to the wind. Good speed at the moment. So Antigua is about 20 nautical miles ahead, and the entrance through the reefs is 15-16 miles. So we need to be careful again. So there are a lot of reefs in front of that bay, but shouldn't be a problem. Antigua ahead. So the passage is about half nautical mile. So I'm now taking the sails in and do the rest on the engine. From there it might be another 3.5 nautical miles to the Dickenson Bay. All fine, the engine is on. 12-meter water depth. Wind 5/4. Not quite sure why it's breezing up now. But everything looks alright, so the forward scan is switched on. On the chart it looks good, so let's see. I've made it 31 nautical miles, lovely sailing day, good speed. The approach here was very easy, no problems. I dropped the anchor here at almost 4 meter steps, 20 meter chain out because the shackle are in that position, so it was very easy. Yeah, looks quite nice over there, a lot of hotels, restaurants. If I go over with the dinghy, depends a little bit on the wind. It was a little bit much a moment ago, 5 to 18, 19 knots, but at the moment looks quite good. I think I will drive over. Let's see. Yeah, the wind is now much better, much less. So I put the dinghy down in the water, and yeah, I'm now driving over to the beach and see if I can find a nice restaurant. I've made it. I'm in a restaurant. I'm so happy. Bye bye Dickenson Bay. It has been 9 nautical miles from the Dickenson Bay down here. Very good anchorage, so I dropped the anchor at 3.5 meter steps, 20 meter chain out. So very spacious here. I know that differently from the English harbour. Freeman Bay was much narrower, so this is really great and close to the entrance to the Jolly Harbour. Down there the bread is baking, so I need to check how many I can still do, because I need to have some reserves for the cruise back to the Azores. So yeah, I will catch the dinghy and drive over to the Immigrations and Customs office and see if I can do customs clearance for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm getting over to the next island, Nevis. Yeah, really, I'm very happy. I'm on my way to the customs office. Must be somewhere ahead. I will find it, but very nice here. Yeah, I've made it, I've cleared out the normal 5 steps: customs, port authority, customs, immigrations and customs. A little bit complex but well organized, so all good here. It's a nice harbour. Great supermarket. I'm now in the supermarket here in Jolly Harbour and it's fabulous. So many things to buy here, unbeatable. Marina Jolly Harbour. Yeah, I'm getting ready now, heaving the anchor, and then we are sailing to Nevis. Bye bye Jolly Harbour. I really like the place. We have about 21 nautical miles behind and I think roughly 30 nautical miles ahead. Wind at the moment 4 to 4 from astern. So downwind sailing with 4 to 4 is not giving us much speed, so we are cruising with a speed of 4 knots roughly. So I guess we will have a late arrival. Yeah, I already put up the courtesy flag and the Q flag. There's obviously, according to the chart, no possibility to anchor in front of the town, but there are some mooring buoys which should be used, but let's have a look at that. Otherwise I anchor a little bit more ashore in more depth. That's another possibility, but we will find out. It has been a very nice time here at Antigua and Barbuda. I stayed very long in the Freeman Bay in the English Harbour. I think it was 10 nights. There was plenty to do, and I'm very happy that I got done what I wanted to do. And then I went to Green Island, Long Island, very nice beaches there, nice scenery. Then from there up to Barbuda, Barbuda Bay, very nice beach, also Low Bay, very nice beach, and then special experience in Codrington, having food in that small local restaurant, and then down to Dickenson Bay, which was good because I found a restaurant with a good meal. It was a little bit noisy in the evening and also a little bit swell coming from the northeast. Yeah, and then finally Jolly Harbour. Really enjoyed that stay. Very nice bay, good ground for the anchor. Also very good infrastructure, excellent supermarkets there. Also a few good restaurants as far as I could see. There's also a marina budget shop, so you get a few things there as well. I didn't have any needs yesterday, so I didn't go there. But that was really good. I could imagine anchoring there for a few days and driving over and stocking up, but that was good. I like the place. Yeah, but now I'm looking forward to St. Kitts and Nevis. Nevis is starboard. Yeah, a lot of clouds in the mountain, so the rain has gone through, and hopefully when I'm on the other side it might have cleared up and we will have good weather. But let's see. I just checked the charts, so we need to keep in fair distance here to the coast because it's an incomplete survey around Nevis, so it's quite inaccurate and not all obstructions and reefs might be on the chart. And I also checked anchoring, that is prohibited here. I should use a yellow mooring buoy prior to clearing in and afterwards a white one. So yeah, we just do that. There must be the mooring buoys. Yeah, no anchor buoys here, so I had to drop the anchor. So 5.5 meter depth, 30 meter chain out. But I don't think that I will stay. I just spoke with a guy from the Swedish boat and he said clearing in here would be an absolute mess. Very rude, unfriendly, a long process. They left them without the passports for 40 minutes and they should check in via internet. They didn't have access and all those kind of things. And they broke up and they are heaving the anchor, going to one of the next bays and dropping it there. And they say they're sailing here for 2 years and they never had something like that. So I'm not keen on that. I will do the same. I will heave the anchor and then I go to the next bay. I've decided to drive to the ballast bay and drop the anchor there. It is starboard ahead. Well, let's see. I've made it, dropped the anchor on 6.5 meters depth, 30 meter chain out. That should be sufficient. It's well sheltered here, not much wind, no swell, really a great bay. And over there is a little water sports club, probably a restaurant. I hear some music, so well, great spot here. I will continue tomorrow to Sint Maarten. Yes, I could go to Bastere, clear in, clear out, probably at the same moment in time. But I don't know, I'm not so keen. I mean, the process might not be as worse as in Charlestown, might be better there. But I'm not in the mood to find it out. I'm keen going up to Sint Maarten and preparing everything for Klaus, Wilm and Heinz, who are going to arrive on Monday. So yeah, we'll do that. But first of all, enjoying the well-deserved anchor beer. Today 2 because of the 2 anchor maneuvers. So I was pulling up the chain manually twice and dropping it twice, so I will get good muscles after the 3 months here in the Caribbean Sea. Top fit, strong guy. Yeah, we'll see. It's a great evening. Cool. Cheers. I've left Ballast Bay around 4 o'clock this morning. So did I check 3:45, and then I spotted a little note in the navionics chart that it is not allowed to anchor with the Q flag there. It's only allowed in Basse-Terre, and that the Coast Guard would pick the people and fine them with $250 and quite a lot every week, and they also make a complete search on the boat, so I wasn't keen on that. I heaved the anchor and went out of that bay. We are now between St. Kitts and St. Eustatius, which is Dutch. Yeah, it's a moment 4 10, 11 knots wind, half wind at the moment, so yeah, we have about 37, 38 nautical miles to Sint Maarten. Yeah, let's see how the day goes. Another sailor. And Saba is port side. Sint Maarten is 17 nautical miles ahead. I have about 2 nautical miles left, then I will pull in the sails and then drive the rest on the engine to the bridge, clear the dinghy, drive to the customs office, and yeah, let's see how the process is there. This is the Heineken regatta. We have to drive between all the racing ships. I've successfully done customs clearance. Everything is good. And now it goes through the bridge. Simpson Bay. So I've made it. Anchor up, anchor down again. I'm getting used to it. So I'm now here in the Simpson Bay. Dropped the anchor on 4-meter steps, 20-meter chain out. It's a little bit inconvenient because it's very close to the airport and the planes are flying quite close over their heads. But let's see how frequently they fly. No, very good. That's now the end of the cruise around Antigua and Barbuda. So I will stay here for a few days. On Monday I'm getting the next crew members, Heinz, Wilm and Klaus. Yeah, and then we are going to sail around Antigua, St. Barts and Sint Maarten. I'm really looking forward to that. But now the well-deserved double anchor beer. Cheers! Warm welcome in the Caribbean Sea.